Who is it? Well, that wouldn't be very nice. That showed up at your front door. Okay, lesson 28, two-step equations. So we've been hanging out with our one-step equations where if we were adding, we would do the opposite to undo. So that means we would subtract. Well, we're still keeping the same idea here, but it's going to take us 2 steps to solve now. The main thing is because we are doing the opposites, because we are undoing, we need to go in the opposite order. So when you solve two-step equations, first you undo addition or subtraction. That's the first thing you take care of. You undo any sort of adding or subtracting that needs to be done. And then you undo multiplication or division. And it's always in that order. Now, again, I know what order of operations say. Order of operations says, hey, you should be doing multiplication and division first, and then any addition or subtraction. But because we are undoing, we need to do the opposite, which means we need to go in the opposite order. So we're still going to start on the same side with the variable first. So that is our left-hand side. I see my 2x that's there. But I do notice I am adding a 6. So to undo, we are going to subtract 6 from both sides. Now, what we got to keep in mind here is because we've done the opposite, they knock each other out. But who's left on the left-hand side? There is a 2x that is there. In the past, it was just an x, but now there's a 2x that's there. 20 minus 6 does give us 14. Now, again, stay on the same side with the variable. We've got multiplication. So to undo multiplication, we do division. So we use our fraction bar to show our division. So when we solve here, again, when we do the opposite, 2 divided by 2 is 1. We have 1x, but again, it's more about doing the opposites. So that's why I just have an x that's there. And 14 divided by 2 is 7. There's my answer of x equals 7. Let's go to our check step, which means we're just going to plug things in. So we're going to do 2 times 7 plus 6, and we're curious if we get 20. Do your multiplication. 2 times 7 is 14. So the question is, do you agree that 14 plus 6 equals 20? It certainly does, so we shall keep it. Let's look at the second problem. Undo addition or subtraction first. So variables on the left-hand side. I see I am adding a 10. So I am going to subtract 10 from both sides. Again, we are undoing addition or subtraction first. So who's on the left-hand side? Well, it's x divided by 3. Who's on the right-hand side? Well, 14 minus 10, that's a 4. So now I need to get the x all by itself. So the opposite of dividing by a 3 is to multiply by a 3. So we're going to multiply both sides by 3. Again, these guys will knock each other out. And again, if you want to show it, it's a fraction. There's some cross division. Multiply by 1 doesn't change it. Divided by... we don't need to go through that. Because we've done the opposite. All right, they've undone each other. It's just the plain old x. And 4 times 3 is 12. So let's see if it actually worked. Plug it on in there. 12 divided by 3 and then plus 10. Does that equal 14? Well, 12 divided by 3 is 4. Is 4 plus 10 equal to 14? Do we agree? Do we agree? Do we agree? Yes, we do. Yeah, you should be happy about that. All right, let's go to the third one that's here. Start on the side with the variable. So this time, and again, remember the equal sign is what separates it there. This time the variable is on the right-hand side. So I'm going to undo any addition or subtraction first. I see I'm subtracting by 20, so I'm going to add 20 to both sides. Again, because they are opposites, they knock each other out. All I have is a 5c. On the left-hand side, 30 plus 20, that gives me my 50. Now we're going to undo any multiplication or division. I am multiplying here, so we'll use division to undo. So we'll divide both sides by 5. Again, 5 divided by 5 is 1, so they knock each other out. Again, when we do the opposites, they knock each other out. So all we have is c. And 50 divided by 5, we get a 10. So let's see if it worked. Is 30 equal to 5 times 10 minus 20? And again, we're just going back to the original problem, plugging 10 in for my c. Well, 5 times 10 is 50. Does 50 minus 20, does that equal 30? Yes, it certainly does, so we are good with it. Let's jump over to 4. So take a look there. Where's your variable? It's on the right-hand side. So on the right-hand side, do we have any addition or subtraction to undo? Yes, we will subtract 18 from both sides. And again, we are showing both sides here. All right, so by doing that, they knock each other out. All I've got is x divided by 5, an equal sign, and 23 minus 18 gives me 5. Again, stay on the same side as the variable. So I'm on the right-hand side. I'm going to undo the division. I'm dividing by 5. To undo division, we multiply by 5. Got a whole lot of 5s roaming around here. The idea here is they knock each other out. So all I have is x, and 5 times 5 is, and that's 25 there. So there's my answer of x equals 25. Now I know it says 25 equals x. We do want to keep it on that right-hand side since the variable's on the right-hand side. If you write x equals 25, it's fine, it's good, but it is going to cause an issue with our friendly inequalities, and that's your less than greater than. So it's a good idea that if it's on the right-hand side, just leave it over there. Let's do our check step. Does 23 equal 25 divided by 5 and then plus 18? Well, 25 divided by 5 is 5. Is 5 plus 18, does that equal 23? It certainly does, so we are good with it. All right, so we got 2 more rounds of them that are going here. All right, so this is where if you want to just kind of keep working ahead. All right, I'll get answers as we kind of go, and then you can kind of fast forward through it there if you've kind of got the theme of what's going on right now. So start on the side with the variable. So you're starting on the left-hand side, because again, equal sign's a barrier. That is your division line there. I shouldn't say division line there. That is your boundary line. So undo addition. Then to undo adding 1, we will subtract 1 from both sides. So I've got an 8x. I've got my equal sign. Bring down the equal sign. A lot of times people kind of forget about that. Make sure that you end up doing that. 25 minus 1, hello, 24. Again, variables on the left-hand side. I am multiplying. To undo multiplication, we divide. You make sure you are using your fraction bar. So again, 8 divided by 8 is 1, so we just have 1x. So that's why, how many x's are there? Well, just one of them. That's why we don't put the 1 that's out in front, so it's just your x. And 24 divided by 8 does give us 3. Let's plug it back into the very beginning there. Is 8 times 3 plus 1, does that give us 25? Well, 8 times 3 is 24. So would you agree that 24 plus 1 equals 25? It most certainly does. Oh, I'm not scared of the next problem. I'm not chicken. All right. Variables on the left-hand side. So we are going to start on the left-hand side. We're going to undo the addition. We undo the addition by subtracting 4 from both sides. So all that I have on the left-hand side is x divided by 7. Bring down my equal sign. And 14 minus 4 is 10. Again, undo any addition or subtraction that happens first. Then I'm going to undo any multiplication or division. So I am dividing by a 7. So the opposite is to multiply by 7. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 7. So if you want to cross out, fine. If you just want to leave it and jump to your x, that's fine. All right, because again, they will undo each other. 10 times 7, yeah, that's 70. Let's just see if it worked out. Plug it back in. If x is 70, and again, we're just plugging in there. 70 divided by 7 plus 4, does that give us 14? Well, 70 divided by 7 is 10. Is 10 plus 4 equal to 14? It most certainly is. So I told you I wasn't chicken. All right. We got 2 more that are left here. I want you to try those. All right. See what you end up getting. Get it? C. There's the letter C. I plan it there. All right. I will let you know that you should get an answer of 7. But make sure you get all your work down and you do your check step. All right, over here, you should get an answer of x equals, and it should be 27. But again, make sure you get your work in there. Make sure you get your check step to end up, make sure that works. We'll get to lesson 29 soon enough, but that's all that you need.